Ellen Mithila University Darbhanga. Respected Professor Devnarayan Jha ji, Professor Siddharth Shankar Singh ji, Professor Manju Rai ji, Professor Jeevanand Jha ji, Professor Mehto, Professor Joycia, Professor Krishnakant ji, my friend Munishwar Yadav ji, Umakant Paswan ji, Verma ji, and Sinha ji, and all the other learned members of the faculty of this great university, dear students, delegates, and participants. When I was invited here to speak, the organizer, Professor Jeevanand Jha ji, insisted that I should come here. So I said that I am not an expert of Sanskrit. So you can consider someone else be invited here. But he said, no sir, you have to come, and he insisted. So I came here on his repeated request. But he insisted me to come here, but he couldn't insist his own Vice Chancellor to be here at this occasion. Anyway, it's my pleasure that I am here. Currently, as you know, that I am working at Mahatma Gandhi Central University, but my parent organization is Banaras Hindu University, Kashi Hindu Vishwavidyalaya. And I cannot speak Sanskrit. From class 6 to class 10, I studied Sanskrit. Why I'm emphasizing is that had someone studied English from class 6 to class 10, he would have been in a position to speak English. But I studied Sanskrit from class 6 to class 10, but I cannot speak Sanskrit because the emphasis was never on the spoken part of the Sanskrit. Emphasis there was simply on the Vyakaran and the text, and we used to just mug up the grammar, the details of the grammars and of the text. So there was no as such practice. We were never asked, or we were never put to test that how the spoken Sanskrit is. So it is very important on part of those who profess Sanskrit that the spoken Sanskrit should be made. I mean, the different softwares or the knowledge of the spoken Sanskrit should be made more popular, so that an average Indian who doesn't get enough opportunity to study Sanskrit can also understand and speak Sanskrit. And that will be a great service to this branch of knowledge, and not only to this branch of knowledge, but to the Indian tradition, India's traditional knowledge, India's culture, and India's civilizational consciousness. At Banaras Hindu University, which is my parent organization, Sanskrit is taught at 4 places, 4 faculties. One, there is Malviji was wise enough that he had too much emphasis, too much concentration of Indian tradition, culture, karma, and all these things. So he established one separate faculty for Sanskrit Vidya and Dharma Vigyan. Besides that, in the Faculty of Arts, Sanskrit is taught. Institute of Medical Sciences, where Ayurveda is a faculty, Sanskrit is taught there. And in the Department of Philosophy, again Faculty of Arts, Sanskrit is taught. But nowhere there is any emphasis on the spoken part of the Sanskrit. Nowadays, IIT BHU has developed certain software where you can learn how to speak Sanskrit in just 4 weeks or say 8 weeks time. So that will be a very elementary thing. But they are trying to popularize the spoken part of the Sanskrit, which is missing. We know that there are certain villages in the southern part of this country where people speak Sanskrit and there the lingua franca is Sanskrit. So it is very important, especially for those who work in this branch of knowledge, that they should popularize and they should make students to speak in Sanskrit. Otherwise, we will not be able to popularize, Sanskrit. Uh, and not only speaking, Sanskrit nowadays, we say that India is a rising power, and we are one of the important, nation of the world, the fifth largest economy. Many advancements in the field of science and technology, and all these things you all are aware of it. And we identify ourselves as a major power. So it is very important for a